My work is basically based on observations of cracks, of, let's say, fractures within society, on observations of social movements or people raising their voices to be heard, for instance. So my office is situated in the very city center of Berlin, near Volksbühne, specifically in front of Volksbühne. People gather to spread the words of their, well, maybe rage or something they're not content with that is going wrong in society. So it's a perfect place to observe and see social concerns.
So the title of the exhibition, Multitude, die Vielen als Viele, takes its name from the series of works that are on display. Could you tell me about some of the ideas behind this series?
The group of works Multitude is driven by the idea and the realization of an open society. When you look closely onto the drawings, it consists of single individuals of ever so different coloring. In other words, individuals of different background, of personal, maybe even migration history and identity.
The highly physical and almost performative nature of creating these works is a key part of the concept. In particular, the loss of control and the absence of individual gestures from yourself. Can you tell me more about how the process behind the works informs and enhances the ideas they evoke?
The way and manner my works are created and executed in the process, it always has to be decided upon in relation to the content. For instance, the work Multitude depicts a model of discursive practices. The work follows the setting that, within the huge amount of ball pens in use, the single line somewhat represents something that is said or done in this public space. This could be a speech or any kind of political action or some kind of public action. So, talking about an open society, it was crucial for me as the executing author, trying to find ways and parameters to avoid me being in complete charge of the pens. Because this way the process would otherwise reproduce a somewhat hierarchical structure. I want to rather reproduce, or I'd rather depict within the process a democratic one. I keep drawing as my main medium because it has the potential of showing these kinds of precarious moments and precarious processes and things that are going on in society that aren't as obvious. I see drawing as to me, it's a perfect medium to convey these ephemeral processes that are in transition.
When you enter the gallery, you're immediately taken aback by the scale and positioning of the works, in particular this frame that seems to be almost falling into the room. What inspired this arrangement?
I am always concerned with the fact that the viewer needs to be confronted with its entire body in order to feel activated and involved. The precarious positioning of the works inside the gallery space intends to underline a feeling of transition, restlessness, and a slight moment of danger even. And with the work falling into the room, the viewer is most intensely thrown back onto their own positioning within the room and within society, and the fact that this standpoint is always a precarious one.